Happy Friday! Hello. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done one of these, and so I thought I'd hop on here really fast and kind of give a little bit more of just explanation from my post yesterday about book banning. With receiving my master's in reading right out of college, it was really important to me that I learned the importance of teaching students how to read. But within that, I was able to explore the wonderful world of literature, books, and the contents and information that they give us. And so people were saying, oh, you don't agree with banning books. And I don't agree with the banning of ideas and other people's ideas. They may not fit my scope, but I'm able to put them down if they don't fit what I want to read. I had a wonderful meeting with English teachers, in fact, as we talked about whether or not we continue with Huck Finn, The Adventures of Huck Finn, and To Kill a Mockingbird, and Of Mice and Men. And we went back and forth and discussed the pros and cons of those books and the contents and the messages they send to students and how as educators we deliver those messages. And consulting with those teachers, knowing that the use of words and the visuals of how women are treated, those topics came up. And so we talked for about an hour of alternative texts that can be used to teach what theme that we're trying to get across and the context of the time period. And it was a really interesting, rich discussion from both sides of the argument. You see, when educators discuss books that are going to be taught with students and with students in mind, there's a discussion that goes into it. The books that are vetted by every school system has a committee of parents, teachers, and educators that sit on that committee. And they look at the books, they read the books, all of them together before deciding what's going to go in the library. Some books are part of the curriculum that teachers teach and inspect, and others are just available for our students to read and explore and gain more knowledge. And sometimes the books we notice as they're being checked out, librarians have the job of seeing what's in rotation in the library, how many times has it been checked out, and even though we've gone past the card system in the back of the book, they have that capability on the computers. And then the media specialists, as we call them, get together and talk about how many times a book has been checked out. They're constantly looking at what's in rotation and what's not in rotation, and also any content that might be harmful to a certain grade level and age of students. I encourage parents, if there's a book that you want to see on the shelf, contact your principal and the media specialist and discuss why it should be on the list, and it will go through the vetting process of the committee. If there's a book that you see that shouldn't be in the library in your opinion and you feel that it should be off the shelves in a school library and just put on a public library shelf, don't call the police. That's not what their job is for. They're there to protect and keep us safe, not to ban the books that you feel don't keep the students safe. Contact the principal, contact the media specialist, and tell them why you think this book should be removed from the shelves. It's just so important, especially if you do have a book in mind, that you've read the book and you have reasons and rationalizations as to why that book should be banned. There's a process for everything, and calling the police is not always the answer. And it just will convolute all the things that we need the police officers to do for our community. Please go through the system of books and the evaluations of them so that we can continue to be safe as a community. We know that there's some concerns, but we also know that there's knowledge to be had. So those are just some Friday facts. Go out and read a good book. Have a good weekend.